friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at life lessons to learn from the book Atomic Habit by James Clear. This book is a book that has a lot of lessons to teach for you to become successful in life. So before we get straight to the video, I want to remind you all, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. To see more amazing videos, click on the subscription button and the notification bell. Do not forget to give this video a thumb up if you get to like this video. So let's get straight to the video. The first lesson I'll be giving out from this particular book is, do not judge the process too soon. Don't judge the process too soon. And I would like to say, do not compare. Don't compare your progress with another person's progress. You're not the same person. You're not on the same journey. You don't have the same life. You don't have the same purpose. For the fact that this person has what you want to have before you does not mean you are a failure. It doesn't make you a failure. You want to buy a house before the end of this year, for example, and the person gets to buy the house before you, and you might end up this year without buying the house. So you count yourself as a failure. You keep biting down and you keep doing a whole lot of things to yourself, not being happy with yourself because you did not meet the goal and another person made the goal before you. That doesn't mean you are a failure. So just keep on doing what you're doing. The only thing I would advise is for you to compare your present with your past. How do you used to what level of success were you in the past? How do you used to feel about yourself in the past? What was your level of productivity in the past? And today, what is the level of productivity? How do you feel about yourself today? What's the level of your success? So compare your past with your present for you to see if there is any growth at all. If you're putting in at least 1% of your energy into doing whatever you're doing. So yes, 1% is something very great. It's huge. Put 1% every day and you'd see that at the end of the year you'll have 300 and something percent, right? 365%. So but if you sit back wailing and eating down and biting down yourself, saying you're not good enough and you can't just continue, and you just every other person is ahead of you, you would not have the energy to pick up yourself to start doing the right things you're supposed to do. So do not bite yourself. Just trust the process. Give it 1% every time you put in your effort, and do not compare yourself with others. That is the huge and the easiest way to get depressed. Comparison. Do not compare. Just be yourself. If you must compare, compare your past with your present. Digest this particular lesson, and you get to see that you'll be so grateful for having come across the book. Atomic Habits. Let's get to the second lesson that we'll be learning from this particular book. Do not put your goal before your system. Okay? Your system before the goal, which is our goal might be to hit $100,000 at the end of 6 months, right? So let's keep that as an example. Now that is the goal, but what is the system? The system is the strategies you use to get $100 at the end of 6 months. The things you apply, the things you do, right? The teams you build, and every other thing that you do to get that money. The goal is the reward, so do not really fix your eyes on it. Fix your eyes more on what you are supposed to do, those strategies, those ways you're supposed to go to get that money. Alright, so if you are supposed to meet 30 customers every day, if you're supposed to talk to 50 customers every day, if you're supposed to make 100 customers every day, just that is the system. Face the system, work on the system. When the system is good, the reward will be good and the goal will be met. But if you keep looking at the goal, sometimes it might scare you, and when you get scared, you might not even have that energy, the appetite to keep working. Alright, so face more on your system, the system that will get you the goal, okay? And build it to become stronger for you to get the goal you really want to. If the particular system you're using is not working out, strategize something else. Strategize something else that would make you get to your goal faster. So yes, the first is for you not to compare yourself with any other person and for you to trust the little by little process. The second is for you not to Focus on the goal before the system. First, face the system first, all right? Then the goal will be definitely attained. Now, the third lessons to learn from the book is identity create lasting energy from within, all right? Or identity create lasting change from within. Now, I'm going to explain this. Who do you really want to be? How do you see yourself? Who do you call yourself? Okay, what is your identity? Who do you want to become? What is your identity? So if you look at yourself as the owner of a multi-billion-dollar company in the next 10 years, and you're like, okay, this is who I am. I'm a CEO of Fortune 500 company. I am this, I am that, all right? So you carry yourself as this particular person. Carry yourself with the image of this particular person. Even if you've not gotten to that point yet, you've not even gone halfway, just see yourself as that person. What would that person do? How will that person react? How will that person talk to people? How will that person see things and handle situations? Where will the person wake up? What kind of food will the person eat? What kind of exercise will the person do? All right, so if you want to be a CEO of Fortune 500 company, a multi-dollar company, then you know that, all right, you have a lot of tasks to do, right? When are you supposed to always wake up every day? What are you supposed to do after waking up? What are the strategies? What are the systems you have to look at? What are the systems you have to build? What are the teams you have to build? So these are the things you have to look at. When you identify yourself, then it will create a lasting change from within. You just have to know who you are first, okay? Then when you know who you are, it will be able to help you to channel your energy at the right direction. That is a very powerful tip for you to really digest and work on. The last lesson I'm going to talk about is how to really imbibe a good habit and keep it within. Like how to build a good habit and keep it within. How to make it obvious, how to make it attractive, how to make it easy, and how to make it satisfying, right? Now, I'm going to use myself to explain this particular lesson. Let's say I want to read a book and I want to keep reading books. I want to become an avid reader and I want to keep reading more books, right? So how do I make it obvious? I have to acknowledge the fact that I want to be a good reader. I want to keep reading more books. I want to read about 5 to 10 books every month, right? So that is obvious enough. I have to make it, put it in my brain and make it very conscious, be very conscious of that fact, and then it becomes obvious to me that this is what I want. This is what I'm craving for. This is what I really want to become, right? So first of all, you don't have to crave randomly. You have to be very sure of what you want. Is this what you want? Yes, this is what I want. You have actually observed and then you've made it obvious to yourself that this is what you want to do. Now I have made it obvious that I want to be an avid reader, right? Okay, let's go to the second step of getting to imbibe this particular character or habit. I have to make it easy for myself. How do I make reading easy? What do I have to do to make it easy? How do I make it so easy that I have to imbibe it, so that I have to make it part of my life? One thing you have to know is that it is very, very hard and very difficult for you to make a good habit part of you. Once it's very hard for you to do, it becomes very difficult for it to become part of you. Once it's very hard for you to do, it becomes very difficult for it to become part of you because it is something good, right? But things that are not that good is always very easy to come by. So you have to also do those good things and make them become easy for you to be able to practice. Now, what I do about reading is I listen to the books. I don't read. For it to become easy for me, I listen to the book. When I really wanted to start becoming an avid reader, I started listening to books. Okay? I love music a lot and I know I love listening to things. So I used that opportunity. I substituted my music for books. I started listening to books instead of listening to more music. It's very hard for you to see me without my earpiece, my Bluetooth, my AirPod. What I use in listening actually is very hard for you to see me without these devices. So I have to substitute my music to books, to listen to books. I have to substitute my watching of movies to books, right? So I made it easy for myself to listen instead of reading if that's gonna be easy for me. The first thing I did was to make it obvious that I want to be an avid reader. The second thing I did was for me to make it easy by listening to these books, and I started listening to books that are interesting to me, books that interest me a lot. I started listening to such books. It became easy for me to listen more, and then I started reading, okay? Hard copies and soft copies, I started reading, so it became easy for me to start reading. The third thing that you really want to do if you want to imbibe a good character or a good success habit is for you to make it attractive, right? Making it attractive should even be the second step, all right? But you have to arrange it in any way that works for you. Making it attractive, what I do is I have to make like I said, I listen to the books, all right? So that's the way I do. If that is the thing, if reading is what I really want to do, then I have to make it easy, I have to make it attractive, and I have to make it obvious, right? So my phone is always very handy. For it to be easy for me and for it to be attractive for me to do it easily, my phone is always very handy, and I have those books in my phone. The last thing is for me to make it satisfying. After every read or every milestone I achieve in my reading world, I give myself a reward. I get satisfied. I'm like, okay, if I finish reading about 3 chapters today, I'm going to listen to a lot of music. I'm going to listen to my favorite music, and I probably watch some short funny videos, or I get to watch some videos that I really want to watch. Now I reward myself. Now I make it satisfying. I know that each time I finish this particular milestone in reading, I will get a reward. It becomes satisfying. I have to push myself so well for me to get to that next milestone so that I get a reward. And then it gets satisfying. So that is actually how I do. And that is what you can start doing for you to imbibe a very good character. These things are very hard. They're not too easy, but they're consistent. If you do it today and you fail tomorrow, try to do it the next one. If you fail again, try to pick up yourself again and start doing it. If you actually must be successful, you must fall a lot of times. But when you fall a lot of times, try to pick up yourself a lot of times too. So the first thing that I said was for you not to judge the process too quick. Don't judge it too quick. The second thing, focus on the system and not the goal. The third thing for us to do is for us to identify the person we are. And the fourth thing is for us to make it easy, make it attractive, make it obvious, and then make it satisfying. I hope these points really are useful to us. I hope we really learn from this, right? So that we can bring in some good habits into our lives. I'm here to really help each and every one of us, and I'm also here to learn from each and every one of us. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please, y'all, I'd love you to subscribe, and I'd love you to come around every time I upload a video. So do not forget to click on the notification bell. Thank you for watching this particular video. I remain Rita, and I'm glad to see you in this particular video. See you in my next video, and do not forget that I love you. Bye.